Someone's eating a cookie at 10:15 in the morning. Good morning. I'm Brenda, and welcome to Nana's Hidden Apron. We've got some really good things going on in the kitchen today. Baked breads. Seasonal breads. Banana bread and zucchini bread. I'm going to do 1 banana and 2 zucchini. Somebody always wants to take the zucchini home. Usually what I do is whoever supplies me with these zucchinis gets the extra loaf of zucchini bread. Unless the kids want to share it. They're pretty good at that too. I've already got the oven set at 350 degrees. It's preheated. I've got my KitchenAid out, and in it I have a stick of butter. I may need a little more light, I just don't know. Here I have a cup of sugar. That's just white granulated sugar. I have a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. I've got a pinch of clove. You can leave that out, that's optional. I know a lot of people don't like clove. And I also have a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. In here I have 2 eggs that I went ahead and beat. I also have 3 old bananas. What I mean when I say old is, you know how when your bananas start turning brown, you don't know what to do with them? I stick mine in a Ziploc bag, put them in the freezer. And I've done this for years. Never have a problem with it. Don't let them get too old, you know. You know the difference in old and rotten, right? Ew. So we don't want to do that. Now, if by chance you don't have any, what you can do is you can take, this is 3 bananas, and you can take 3 bananas and put them on a baking pan. Stick them in your 350 degree oven for about 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It'll soften them up. They might turn a little brown, dark. The skin will turn dark. But that's what you're wanting to do. You're aging the bananas is what you're doing. So you can always go that route if you don't have any stored up bananas. Or any that are just fixing to, you know, that you need to go ahead and use up. Great way to use them. Banana bread. In here, I've got, yeah, there we go. In here, I've got a 1.25 cups of all-purpose flour. I have a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I'm using sea salt. And a teaspoon of baking soda. Not powder, but soda. This little gadget, this is amazing. Tom got me this a few years ago. It actually goes on the KitchenAid. And when you go to put your flour down in there, or, you know, any powdery substance, you put that on, and it keeps it from poofing up out everywhere. Awesome. Made by KitchenAid for my KitchenAid stand. But I love it. Makes all the difference in the world for me, either having a white cloud of flour or not having it. So, I'm going to sit you down here, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Hello. We're going to go ahead and get started. What I'm going to do is, we'll play some nice pretty music while I get all this mixed. Because you don't want to hear the sound of my stand mixer, right? No. Oh, and I've already got all of my pans ready, sitting over here. They've got, I sprayed them with coconut nonstick spray. You can use whatever spray you like. And then I like to put parchment paper down in the bottom of these, and then spray them again with the nonstick spray. It really helps a lot with these, because you have to let them bake for an hour, you know, 55 minutes to an hour. And it keeps it from getting so brown on the bottom. Unless you like burnt bread on the bottom. Okay, let me get you over here and get you started. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mix this. I don't use butter. You can. I've just always used like margarine. I know it tastes better and stuff they say, but I don't have no problem with the margarine. It's a 1 stick of softened butter, margarine, whatever you want to call it. Get you around here. So I'm going to cream that. Now I'm going to turn it off, and I'm going to go ahead and pour this sugar in and the spices. And Lift it up so I can get it all in there, duh. Just like that. Now we're going to cream this together until it's nice and smooth. Okay? I'll show y'all what it looks like when I get finished with it. Be right back. Okay, got those creamed in together. Something else I want to mention to you all. Oops. Yeah, y'all know how I am. See this? That's rubber. That's the rubber outside edge of this dough mixer here. I use this more than I could tell you. Instead of you having to stop and scrape the bowl so many times, it goes around the edge and keeps that all down in there for you. Something else Tom got me. I sure do love my husband. But we are going to go ahead and pour these eggs and bananas in there. I've already mixed them up just a little bit, by the way. Just so y'all know, mixed them up a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and pour that in there. And we'll get that all mixed in together. Don't you just love the smell of nutmeg and clove? I sure do. Alright, let me get this set back over here and get this thing mixing. I don't want to splatter anything up, so I'm going to put my KitchenAid shield on. Look, you can peek down in there at it. Alright, I'm going to set this over here, and as soon as it gets mixed up, I'll get back with you. Okay, got that mixed in together. It looks a little chunky, and that's fine. That's those bananas in there, so that's fine. It'll actually just kind of melt on down, so it's fine. Let's see here. I'm going to whisk together my flour and the baking powder, or baking soda, I mean, and the salt. Just go ahead and give it a little mix before I pour it in. Now, what I like to do is slowly start pouring it. Oops. Make sure that my guard is on. Slowly start pouring it in. See? Nope, no big poof. Pretty cool, huh? Love it. Then I've got a mess over here for my zucchini. Also freeze my zucchinis, so you can use fresh too. Just remember, whenever you do this, don't pour that liquid off of your zucchini, because you have to use that in your breads. Then just give that a little tap. Look down in there. That is holiday season goodness, folks. And obviously you don't have to wait. I can say I don't wait until certain holiday seasons to make these breads. Even in the summertime, when those zucchini first come off the vine, that's some of the best zucchini bread that you can make, in my opinion. It's fresh off the vine. And of course, these that I've got, you can see, July, they were pulled from the vine in July, and I froze them. I 3 cups at a time, obviously, so I can make 2 loaves. All right, let's get you back over here and sit down. We can take a look at what's happening over here. I'm gonna put you on hold. Put you on hold. I know. I can't help it. I'm silly. Be right back. Okay, I've got all that mixed together. I went ahead while this was mixing and got my other ingredients together for the zucchini bread. So we'll be able to move from this, putting this in the pan, right on into getting that zucchini bread mixed up. And of course I'll have to take a second to clean up my pan. We don't want the zucchini bread tasting like banana bread, now do we? Well, the mixing bowl, I mean, not the pan. I'll be alright. Yeah. Just give this a final stir. Make sure everything's all mixed up real good. Yeah, did you see that? Sometimes the eggs don't mix in good together. But, here, let me bring you over here so you can see it. See? There we go. Now, get it poured into our prepared pan. There we go. That'll work. I don't have a lot of counter space, as you can tell. So. Sorry, blocking y'all up, ain't I? I'm going to have to set it down here so that I can get the remainder of this batter out. Pour it in there. Alright. Now you can always use your whisk, whatever attachment you feel more comfortable with, you can use. Oh, that smells good. My goodness. It's very good. Alright. So, that's this one. 2 to go. Alright, right quick I want to go over everything I've got in here. I have flour, I have baking soda, baking powder, salt, cinnamon, and just a splash of nutmeg because I like nutmeg. You don't have to put that in there. In here, I have a cup of unsweetened applesauce, and we're going to use applesauce to add moisture to the cake, or to the breads. I also have vegetable oil, and I have 4 eggs. Over here I have granulated sugar. Over here I have brown sugar. It's lightly packed. And then I have my 3 cups of zucchini in here. Not using that butter over there. That was for the other bread. But you all can find... By the way, let me be the good hostess. You all can find these recipes for these breads on my Handcrafted By page on Facebook. That's at Nana's Hidden Apron. Check them out. You'll like them. I think you really will. Okay. Put you back down here on the counter. Get back to what I was going to do. Wash out my pan. Bowl. Okay. I went ahead and poured my applesauce and the eggs and the oil in, and I'm whisking those together. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to add my brown sugars in. Yeah, I don't have my guard on there. I guess I should get that so I don't make a mess. It's over here. No more mess than what I've already got, right? Right. My kids got me this mixer one year for Christmas. Long time ago. Oh, the things I've made. Pour that in there. We're going to let all this cream in together is what we're going to do. Now, when I put the recipe on my page, I'll put it on just for one bread, okay? That way it don't confuse everybody. And then if you like it and you want more, have at it. Let me know though if you like it or not. I really would appreciate it if you did. Oh, by the way, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I hope you will. I love to bake. I enjoy cooking. Most of all, I enjoy seeing my family's faces and listening to their comments about how well they like something, or even if they don't care for the taste of it. You know, that doesn't hurt my feelings. I know everybody's taste different, so. But these breads I know they like. That's why I make them each year. It's for them. for Thomas. For me, I get to eat a piece too. So, but over here's all my stuff that I had. I just got this. We just got this. We went on a cruise to Cozumel, Mexico, and that is some awesome vanilla right there, folks. Let me tell you, if you ever get the opportunity to go, get you some. Is it expensive? Nowhere near the price that it is here in the States. I can tell you that too. Make sure you get it from a reputable person, though. Don't just buy it from anybody. But if you haven't subscribed, please do hit the subscribe button. If you do that, then there's going to be a dinner bell, probably right in this area, that will give you notifications. You click that and you'll get notifications of when I put new content on. And if you like it, please do click the like button. Share your thoughts with me on it. And let me get over here and let's check this. Yeah, there you go. See, that looks good. That's mixed together really nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead now and pour all of my flour mixture in. The last thing you do is the zucchini. And I'll take it out of that Ziploc. I'm not going to try to pour it out of that in here because I'll make a terrible mess. I'm just letting you know up front I will. But let me get this done and get this going, finish mixing this up. I went ahead and put my whisk on this time because it's got so much liquids in it that I really like using the whisk on something like that. So, get you sit down here. And there you go. Be back with you in just a few. Just do it bits at a time. Of course, now with this and not using that other attachment, I will have to remove my guard and scrape the edges of the bowl. How about that? I didn't say pan for a change. Oops, spilled a little bit close to my upper cabinet, so made it a little bit hard on myself. There we go. That pushed down in there. Now, I can go ahead and actually take this off now. Wipe up my mess. And y'all already know I've got my my sink of water over there. Let me turn this off just a second and get her lifted up so I can scoop these edges. Make sure and scrape the bottom too when you do this. You don't want a bunch of anything left in there all gommed up and messed up and everything else. I'll turn this on again. Oops. If I hit the on button, if I hit the power button, it would help, wouldn't it? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my zucchini. Like I said, don't pour that liquid off of here because you got to have it. You'll think it looks like just way too much, too wet of a batter, but I promise you this is going to turn out amazing. You'll love it. Now, I am going to go ahead and pour that in there. Let me get you over here so you can watch. Well, so I see it. There you go. You can watch from right there, can't you? The thing of it is, when I use this, the whisk, I prefer using the whisk with this bread, but don't think those zucchinis don't get tangled up in there, because it does. Woo, it does. There we go. You put these in the oven in just a minute. You just mix it until everything's well incorporated, and then when this is finished mixing, again, I'm going to take my spatula and run around the edges there to make sure that everything's well incorporated. You know, we really need to do that. And nothing no worse than thinking you're getting a bite of delicious bread. You get a chunk of flour that's not finished, you know, that wasn't mixed properly. Slow it down just a bit. Give me another spatula, one that's a little bit bigger. All right. Now, we're done with that. Now, you'll see what I'm talking about the... See that? That's a little bit of this and that, actually. That's some of the egg. That's the zucchini. Just, you got to get it off of there because you really need it. Get it off of there and do it like this. Yeah, fork would be easy to get this off with too. Well, yeah, I just splattered myself with that. Or your hand. You can always use your hand to pull it off. Like I said, when I make this bread, I prefer to use this attachment. There we go. Sorry about that. It's off my hand over here. Now, and always remember to unplug your mixer when you're finished with it, because you don't need any splattery accidents, that's for sure. Let me move this out of my way. These things are heavy. Woo! Alright, now get this over here, and see that batter? Doesn't that look nice? It's there's no clumps in it. The only clumps you see is that zucchini. But I'm gonna get the pans over here so I can get all this stuff in the oven. Like I said, it's gonna take anywhere from, I'd say, 50 minutes to an hour for all of these breads to cook. So yeah, to bake. That's what I'm talking about. Bake. Okay, let me get this poured in there and I'll be right back. Alright, there we go. And what you do is you just, you know, try to guess your best at getting them in kind of even. I don't tap them. You know, you see a lot of people do that. I don't. I don't know. I just never have, so. Alright, now, hopefully my alarm won't go off. I've got a smoke detector that's pretty close to my stove. And a lot of times when I open up my oven door, if that heat gets over there too much to it, then it'll set it off. So if it does, I apologize. And that's the banana bread right. Oh, well, y'all wasn't even looking at that, were you? For Pete's sake. There we go. See all that? Can't get you down there far enough. Had to plug up the... Again, thank goodness for Tom. Had to plug me in here. I was battery running low. I'm going to get all of this mess cleaned up. Y'all see that sink of water? It didn't help me. Well, it did, but it didn't. I got all this I need to wash, so I'll be doing all that while these are baking. And I'll see y'all back in a little bit. Well, it'll seem like a little bit to you. To me, it's going to be an hour or so. Okay. It has been about 50 minutes. And I want to go ahead and get the banana bread out. Check it and see if it's done. It smells so good in here, y'all. My goodness, it smells so good. I just use a skewer. That way, I know I'm getting all the way down to the bottom. Yep. See, comes out clean. Nothing there. This one's done. Now, let's check the other two. Let's check these other two out. These yummy. Oh, it smells so good. Alright. Let's see here. Zucchini bread, are you done? You know what? I'm going to say yes, that this one is done. I'm just going to let it sit out and finish, like the heat that's inside of it, finish it up. I'm going to give it one more poke just to make sure. It feels good and solid to me, so I think that one's good to go. And I have one more. Oh, I can see this one's not done yet. I can tell when I moved it, I could see a little jiggly happening there. No, this one needs to go back in for a few more minutes. It's where I had 3 of them in the oven at one time. Usually I only cook 2 at a time. So I'm going to put that one back in there for about 5 minutes. But look at these. Zucchini bread here. That's the banana bread. Woohoo! It sure does smell good in here. I'll get the other one out soon. But y'all have seen everything there is to see. I don't put any kind of icing or anything on mine. I have caramel sauce available and a cream cheese smear available for anybody that wants to put that on their slices of bread. I actually will show you, once these cool down, what I do as far as storage until Thanksgiving, which consists of these have to cool completely. Like, no heat at all. I'll take them out of the pan. I'll take them out of the baking pans probably in 20 or 30 minutes. I'll remove them and let them sit here on this rack and cool completely. And then what I'll do is I wrap it in plastic wrap. Really, I mean, you have to cover the whole thing. That's why I say you have to let this cool completely, because otherwise it's going to get condensation in there and you're going to have soggy bread. Well, you don't want that. And then I'm going to wrap it in some foil, in aluminum foil, and then I put them in the refrigerator. And you can heat these back up. You know, go ahead and slice them and stick them in the microwave. That's what I do. Yeah, if somebody wants it heated up, okay, we'll put it in the microwave. But otherwise, I serve it cold because that's how I like it. That's how my family seems to like it just fine. They haven't mentioned not liking it, so. But yeah, like I said, when I get finished, what I'll do is probably just take some photos and put on here so you all can see what I do on that. Like this one's, I'm just going to leave it in there for about 5 minutes. And then I'll take it out and sit it here and let it finish baking as well. But again, thank you all so much for joining me. And again, if you like this kind of content, if you like baking from scratch, I do. Hit the subscribe button for me. Ring my bell. Ring that dinner bell. Subscribe, not subscribe. Blah, blah, blah. Anyhow. And but if you hit the bell, then you'll get notifications each time I put some new content on. It helps us as YouTubers if you would go ahead and subscribe. But until the next time, you all take care. And thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving.